welcome to this very special edition we have for you today, because we have a very special guest and a very special event coming up. With me today, we have Ms. Kaylie Banda, commercial lender for Southwest Bank.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What a fun intro you just had there. I love that.
We got to get the energy going, right?
I'm here for it. Yes, yes.
Because you got to keep it, because you only have 1 week.
Yes.
I mean, the countdown is on.
Yes, we're so excited. So this event, we're calling it Pebbles, which we have so affectionately coined it. It's the Permian Basin Leadership Symposium, so PBLS.
Pebbles.
Pebbles.
Got it.
You should have seen when we came up with that acronym. We were sitting around the table. I think we were at we were at La Bodega at one of our meetings, and we were all just having a good time talking about it, and then somebody just blurted out Pebbles, and we just thought it was the greatest thing since the wheel. So,
because when she said it, or when they said it, that's immediately.
Yeah.
It just made sense.
It just made sense. So, yes, the Leadership Symposium, Pebbles. We've been talking about this for a little while, but we are finally seeing it come to life, and it will be held August 25th. So 1 week away, like you said, at the Odessa Marriott and Conference Center. And they are also, I should mention, our very generous Pioneer title sponsor. So
Awesome.
We're so grateful for their generous support.
Awesome.
So yeah, it is for those who haven't heard about it maybe or haven't seen it advertised, it is a full day leadership symposium event. So, it starts at 8 a.m., registration, remarks, things like that. Throughout the day, we will have 2 keynote speakers, which we're very excited to hear. Our first keynote speaker, her name is Gloria Salinas, and she is the Vice President of the Economic Development Department in Frisco. And she actually has roots here in Odessa. She was a part of downtown Odessa, the organization,
Super
for a
cool.
long time. Yeah, so...
Connecting that circle back.
Yes, exactly. We're so excited to be welcoming her back, and I know she's very excited to be coming back too. Our second keynote speaker, his name is Bruce Waller. He's an author, podcast host like yourself, and a speaker out of Dallas. And he actually specializes in culture and leadership development in companies and things. So he has written a book called Life in the Leadership Lane, and he will be expanding on some of the topics he has in his book at our luncheon. He's the keynote speaker for our luncheon.
So it sounds like between the 2 keynote speakers, you have a pretty wide array of coverage that they're talking about.
Yeah. And, in addition to those speakers, between them, we're not all just going to be floating around in space. We're going to be, growing all day. That's the whole point of this. So between those 2 keynote speakers, we actually have 4 different breakout session blocks. And so essentially, each block has 3 different classes or sessions that our attendees have the option of going to. And what I really like about that is that we have done a good job of diversifying the topics within those breakout sessions so that we're really catering to everybody's interests. If you're interested in entrepreneurship, there's a session for you. If you're interested in quality of place, there's a session for you. If you're interested in, mental health or things like that, there's a session for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of diversity in the topics being discussed.
So I love what you said, right? It's we're growing all day.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So the title, Pebbles, the S, Symposium.
Yes.
Right? It's an exchange of ideas. It's a central place where ideas are thrown around, discussed, and what's the purpose of that? Well, to grow, right? So your mission, right, is growth, right? Personal growth, entrepreneurial growth.
Yeah.
And just not, because the mental health facet, it's not something you hear at a conference often or at a symposium often, right? So I think that's unique in itself that, you have the leadership, right? It's in the title, but a big part of leadership is how's, your mental health.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's when leadership cracks. When mental health cracks, and it's a delicate balance there.
Yeah.
I know.
I think we all have experienced that. Yeah.
So I want to rewind just a little bit
yeah.
because, you said hours and weed,
Oh,
right?
yes.
So we forgot to say here, my bad, that you are the chairwoman for Young Professionals Odessa.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So that's the group's been around for a while.
We have. We actually turned 10 years old last year.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And so the Young Professionals of Odessa started, about that long ago. And it was a spinoff of the Odessa Chamber's Leadership Odessa class. And so we're a program of the Odessa Chamber of Commerce, and we work very closely with them. And they, they mentor us and they guide us and all the wonderful things that they do. So yes, we had a group of people come out of that Leadership Odessa class. Sandra Oaf was actually very crucial to our start in our development. They just kind of looked around and they were like, who's going to be our next generation of leaders and what are we doing to support them? And so this organization started, and it's a developmental program meant to help young professionals become well-rounded. So I think that this breakout session and the diversity of topics that we have, you kind of mentioned, it's not just one thing, it's kind of a diverse group of subjects. That's reflected in our mission and everything that we do at the Young Professionals of Odessa.
Awesome.
We volunteer in our community. We organize lunch and learns to help educate our members. Every month we have a networking mixer. Actually, last night we had a fun, I think it was like adult spelling bee type of social. Yes, people had a lot of fun. I know. Follow us on Facebook. But yeah, so our goal is really to help young professionals connect with one another, because that's, at the end of the day, kind of humans were built to fellowship with one another.
Sure.
Nobody was meant to live this life alone.
Absolutely.
And that translates in personal life and in business and in everything. We've had members who have found their insurance agents, have found their jobs, have found their marriage partners. Like, we have a little bit of everything.
All the above.
Yeah.
It's diverse. That's awesome. And that's that you're 100% right. In business and personal, it is a relation. It's all about relationships.
It is.
It's all about people.
It is.
Right? People that matters. And this is something that comes up over and over again. Discussion always kind of leads here, right? It's like everything's based on people. The only variable is people. Right? Like, say it all the time. The numbers matter.
Right.
You have to hit the numbers.
As a banker.
Yeah, I was just about to say, as a commercial banker, right? Those numbers have to matter. But the numbers don't matter without people. And people, the variation of people is how the numbers become dynamic. Right? Like, if you're going to buy equipment, you're going to buy a building. Okay, good, right? You have your assets. But what about the people, right? Who's managing it? Who is the ownership? What's the history? What are the target demographics? What's your market look like?
Right.
All of that is people. That's all people, right? You type up you draft your customer persona. That's a person that you're, idealizing, right? That you're going to target. So it's all about people. And if you're disconnected from people, you're going to have a hard time in business, right? You're going to have a hard time. Say you get married and you're just disconnected from people in general, well, you're going to have a hard marriage, right? I mean, the relationship's going to be tough.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all relationships are tough. Some are easier than others.
This is true.
But, so yeah, this is very interesting. This is the first one. This is the inaugural.
The inaugural event.
Awesome.
So we had the privilege of, before we started this, like I mentioned, we had been talking about it for a couple years, and the idea was in the works. And then one day I get an email from the representative from the Abilene Young Professionals. So each city, not all of them have one, but a lot of cities will have their own respective groups. And they have been hosting a symposium like this for a few years now. I think they might be on their third one that they just finished. And so on this last one, I'm sorry, the one before last, so their second one, they had reached out and they were like, hey, we want to invite you guys to come participate and, see if you guys want to serve on some of our panels. Yeah. So our board of directors went and we experienced the event. And then after that, they were like, hey, we want you to help us plan next year's. So they took more of like a West Texas regional approach. So we got to help plan the one that they just had a few months ago.
Ah.
Yes.
So you got an inside look.
Yes. And so they were also a very big part of how we were able to get our footing. Because this is a very big undertaking.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of pieces to move around and to organize and things like that. So we've had a lot of guiding, helping hands to guide us along the way, and we've been very grateful for them.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Because you can't do it alone.
No.
Everybody needs somebody.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
A group.
Yeah.
What do they say? What is that saying? It takes a village.
It does.
Right.
And our village, our board of directors, they're phenomenal. I mean, for a long time, COVID kind of took a toll on everybody, and so it took a toll on our organization as well. And our board of directors then, like, we fought tooth and nail just to stay afloat. And so after that, we have natural term limits. So it just so happened that a lot of our board members rolled off after that period of fighting tooth and nail, except for me and maybe one or two others that were still around. So we have a lot of new board members that are finishing their first year, and they're very energetic, ideas outside of the box, and that's also played a very important role in how this has progressed. When you have the right people in the right places, it's amazing what can happen.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a team.
It is.
And everybody has their role and what they're good at. Right. Everybody has their natural abilities, right? Kind of just it's natural to them.
Yes.
And then you put the professional aspect where many of y'all have actually experienced and trained that natural tendency you already have. So then when you that old school hip hop song, get in where you fit in, right? So that's what it is. You get in where you fit, and you make the overall better, right? What is that? The sum of the parts is greater than the whole. Yeah. And that's what you guys are creating. You're getting all these moving pieces. Like you said, there's a lot of moving pieces.
Yes.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. How do we put this together, right? And you had help. You had an inside view. You had help from the outside. And then you had your core group here that were heading the way, the tip of the spear, putting it together.
Yes.
And so, I mean, just talking with you now, like, I'm excited.
Yeah, good.
I want to go down.
Yeah, no, you do need to.
Speaking of, we can give away some tickets to this thing.
Yes, we can.
How are we going to go about that?
So, we would like to give away 2 tickets to some of your listeners. So,
awesome.
Yes, the way that we want to do it, because we really want as many people to avail of this opportunity as possible. The first 2 of your listeners that can email YPOBoard, BOARD, @gmail.com. Just email us PBLS2023 and we'll get you set up with your free ticket. So first 2 people.
First 2. Did y'all hear that?
Do it right now.
Come on, West Texas entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Don't sleep.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on this one.
Yeah, that's YPOboard@gmail.com.
YPOboard@gmail.com.
Yes.
And put in there, what was it? Pebbles?
PBLS Pebbles 2023.
Like a hashtag, or just put it in there wherever on the
just subject line.
Subject
wherever.
line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And say I'm the first.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, it's a race here because there's only 2.
Yeah.
So
in fact, they're probably already gone right now. So
that was quick.
That was real fast.
That was like a future transport, teleportation.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know, right? So as soon as y'all hear this, send that email.
Send that email.
Entrepreneurs and small business owners, are you searching for ways of taking your business to the next level? BAM is your answer. We specialize in crafting high-performance marketing strategies that put your brand front and center right in the palm of your customers' hands. Not only can we create a premium website full of features that optimize your social media and digital marketing presence, but we ensure that your brand gets multiple views from your target audience and even those visiting your competition. BAM is your go-to solution in the Permian Basin. But we're not just about digital and social media marketing. We're a one-stop shop offering a spectrum of services, including business mentorship, strategic planning, market research, and access to capital. That's right. We can get you funding to expand your business. With BAM, you're not just getting a service, you're gaining a partner committed to your growth for the life of your business. Our team of experts in small business development will be with you every step of the way, offering the guidance, support, and services you need. So why wait? Kickstart your journey to success today. Call us to set up a free consultation and discover how BAM can help your business soar above the rest. 432-247-8840. Call today and get your business launched. The BAM Biz Talk podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, Pachuco's Restaurant. Craving authentic and eclectic cuisine in Midland? Well, Pachuco's has you covered. Located in downtown Midland at the ever-so-legendary and iconic historic building at 316 North Big Spring Street, Pachuco's blends rich and unique flavors in a conveniently pleasant and vibrant atmosphere. Enjoy the highest quality barbecue, savory tacos, burgers, and a variety of other mouth-watering dishes that reflect the spirit of a true Pachuco cuisine. Real, authentic, and just plain different. Check out their menu at www.pachucos432.com or call 432-218-8806 to inquire, or better yet, just show up and get your shine on at Pachucos, where heritage, exquisite taste, and hospitality come together for an unforgettable dining experience. Pachucos, Midland, Texas. Now back to the show.
And then if you have questions about the event too, you can also reach out to that email or send us a message on Facebook Messenger. We're very active there. On our actual Facebook page, we have put, the itinerary for the event.
Okay, good.
Yes, it has the time. So like I said, registration is 8 a.m. And it goes all the way, the programming will go until about 3:30. And then at the end of the day, we've scheduled a networking happy hour so you can kind of finish off your day fellowshipping with your fellow professionals and just say, hey, this is what I learned today. What did you learn today?
Yeah.
This is how my soul was fed today. What about you?
I love that.
Yeah.
Right? So you're growing all day.
Yes.
And then you get to relax and talk about how you grew.
Yeah.
And get to ask, how did you grow today? Right?
Yep.
So that's a cool thing. That's a cool aspect.
Yeah.
And so here at BAM, we put on network events all the time. And that is something that's been so valuable, right? Because I like connecting people. I like saying, hey, you should meet because so-and-so, y'all put y'all's ideas together or put whatever services you have together. Man, you need somebody like them and they need somebody like, so, and it works out so well sometimes. Most of the time, I should say sometimes it doesn't, but
Yeah.
You got to take a shot.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So what else can you tell me about do you want to go down?
Yeah,
the
go
track
down that.
of
Yeah,
it?
sure. So, like I mentioned earlier, there's 4 different breakout session blocks. So there's 2 in the morning, and then we have Bruce speaking at lunch, and then there's 2 in the afternoon.
Hold on. What are y'all serving for lunch? It's the important stuff that matters here, right? People want to know.
Some kind of chicken, but there is dessert as well.
Chicken and dessert.
So if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will.
Oh, but it's from the Marriott?
From the Marriott,
so,
yeah. So
it's going to be good. Yeah,
it's going to be good quality food.
Absolutely.
We got to fill our souls, and we also got to fill our stomachs.
Yes.
So that's important. But yes, so in the morning, our first block of breakout sessions, the 3 different options, like I said, each attendee has the choice to go to one of the 3. So the first option, it's Amariah Pinchback. She's an entrepreneur, and her topic is The Greatest Leaders Are Servers, so leadership development. The second one is a panel group discussion about quality of place. So we've got Craig Stoker.
My boy.
Yes, Meals on Wheels, shout out.
Yay.
Yeah. Randy Ham, Odessa Arch, shout out.
Randy's
yes.
a great guy.
Yes. And then Kevin Dawson, who's actually one of our board members.
Yes, Kevin's an awesome dude too.
Okay, so you know Kevin. Good, good. So yes, and then the third option is Do Community Involvement by Tracy Austin. So there's a little bit of variety there. second block, we've got a panel group discussion on diversity. So we've got Adam Lucio, who's a local celebrity, if you've seen some of the HEB commercials.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So he's going to talk about diversity. We've got Angela Love, and I believe our third one is Kanisha Natividad, who owns Apira Title Company in Odessa.
Okay.
Yes. Second choice is Talk Save Lives, so that's kind of mental health related, by Amanda Province. The third one is 7 Ups of Leadership Success. That's our Ector County Judge, Dustin Fawcett. He'll be hosting that.
Sounds
session.
interesting.
7 Ups of Leadership Success.
Okay.
So we'll get to hear from any one of those 3. In the afternoon, our second to last session block will be kind of a unique one. So we've got mental health as one of those. We have Designing a Category of One, Sean Douglas, which is also entrepreneurship related. And then we've got The Importance of Community Inclusion, John Montgomery.
Okay.
Yes. So in the last block, we've got Mental Health Part 2. So it's the same people as the first block. But in the first hour, we're going to hear them talk about a specific topic of their choosing. And then in the second half of that block, it's going to be Q&A.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, lots of Q&A. We also have Why Lemonade Costs So Much by John James.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
Yep, entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the last one is The Power of Authentic Leadership, Unleashing Your True Potential, Jamie Miller, who's with ECISD.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you ended on a let's go get them.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, I mean, you can clearly tell we have an action-packed day. I'm really excited. I wish I could clone myself and be in all the rooms at once.
Right.
Because, each one of these speakers is bringing something to the table that we're going to be able to get something from.
Are y'all documenting recording it?
So we do have a photographer coming in. I can't remember if we have a videographer. We will be recording
the audio.
Yes, little snippets here and there.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, not so much the whole day. But yeah, just little snippets here and there to put out on social media later and things like that.
Sure.
So if you want to hear them, you should buy a ticket and be there.
So tell people, how do they do that?
Yeah, so you can visit our website. It's ypodessa.org.
Okay.
And we have a tab if you click the little, hamburger drop-down menu. It's PBLS is what it says on the tab. And then you can just click purchase tickets there. It'll take you to the link to do that.
How much are tickets?
So the tickets right now, that's a great question.
If you're one of the first 2, they're free.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Send that email right now.
What are you waiting for? No, so the tickets right now, we have a member pricing and a non-member pricing. So that's what's good about this. You don't have to be a member of the organization yes, you can come. A lot of people have asked us, well, I'm not under 40. You don't have to be under 40 to come. Growth is for everyone, right?
Okay, so I'm allowed then. Okay.
You're allowed. Yes, you can come. You have my permission. Special permission from the chairwoman.
I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna bring up your name.
There you go. But yeah, so our member pricing is $99 and our non-member pricing is $129.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
For all this that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know if the speaker for lunch, Mr. Weller, he is providing something as well.
Yes. So each one of our attendees are going to get a copy of his book.
Each one.
Yes.
It's a copy of the book.
Every single one. And awesome. They're also going to get a neat notepad and pen with the Pebbles logo embossed on it, so you'll remember your time with us.
Yeah, go get some swag.
Yeah.
A book.
Yeah.
Build relationships.
Exactly.
The network. And have some chicken and dessert.
Chicken and dessert. Sold.
At the Marriott. and then some libations afterwards to network. And
August 25th is going to be a beautiful day for us.
It sounds like it. And this is a Friday.
Yes,
all day
Friday. Yeah.
All right, so y'all got to tell your boss right now. or
if you are your own boss.
If you are your own boss. Yes. Shut down the office for the day. Or just say you're going to go play golf.
There you go.
But but I would show up because it's there's several layers here, right? It's not just information, right? Which is powerful, right? Exactly, great word for it. You're coming up because you want to grow, need new information, and you can only. I love books. I'm a bookworm, right? And YouTube. I love looking at YouTube, right? But you're by yourself, and it's one way.
Right.
It's coming into you, right? But when you go to something like this symposium, a conference, it's an exchange of ideas, of energies, and thoughts, and your opinions, and, whatever that you're consuming. You can just turn and say, hey, what did you think? You can have conversations with humans, right? Real people. And that is so much value in itself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if you go to this, you're contributing to not only your growth, but the people who also join and show up, but your community altogether.
And doesn't that make you feel good when you've done something to feed yourself and you're just so happen to be feeding your community and the people around you as well, like with relatively little extra work, at this particular event, because, when you're growing and doing something good for yourself, I think you just kind of get this natural like glow about you, and that positive energy is very contagious in those types of scenarios and situations.
It is. It is so contagious. Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. I just had a conversation earlier this week that the whole fake it till you make it, right? It's that energy, right? So if you fake that energy, even if you don't feel like it, you're feeling down. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go to work. Well, if you just fake it enough to step in, your energy will transform.
Oh yeah.
Because you're basically putting yourself into the element, and that is contagious. And then when you woke up in the morning, you didn't feel like it, but then you force yourself to go there. Well, then somebody else that doesn't feel like it, they're going to feel your energy, and now you're passing that on down and down and down, and and that's what something like this is. Yeah. It's where you're excited about it now. I'm excited because you're excited about it, right?
Yep.
And then so people that are going to be coming here, they're going to be excited. And hopefully there's at least 2 of y'all excited enough to send that email right now.
Exactly.
And what is it? YPO?
YPOboard@gmail.com.
YPOboard@gmail.com.
That's board, B-O-A-R-D.
There you go. So y'all get it in. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's send off the inaugural Leadership Symposium in the right way.
Yeah.
Let's pack the house.
Let's do it.
Let's rumble the Marriott scene.
There we go. There we go. No, it's definitely going to be a day to remember.
Awesome.
Yeah, for those who come, and we really just are encouraging people to, be open to hearing the conversations that are going to be had, and you never know what you're going to pick up at these types of things.
Good point.
Like you might be having the best day of your life, the worst day of your life, just another normal Friday, but you're going to hear something, you're going to be like, oh, wow, that kind of relates to something that I've been going through or that I'm working on, or...
Exactly. I've been trying to figure out something that I can't get past.
Yeah.
And then it might not even be inside, but it could be a conversation you're having with someone else, another attendee. And they're like, hey, I've been through this issue, and what he's talking about relates like this, and oh man, I know what to do. Now you have that epiphany.
Oh yeah.
Like can't wait. Let's go.
Yeah, we're all going to be better at the end of the day.
Absolutely,
we are.
No doubt. To catch you, what's the webpage again?
The webpage is ypodessa.org.
.org.
Yes, okay. not .com. And then we do have the hamburger tab on the top left. and it's just the Pebbles link that you can click on.
PBLS.
Yes, and then when you go in there, I mentioned there was member pricing and non-member pricing. It'll take you to the site where you can register. There's an option to log in if you're a member of the Young Professionals of Odessa, but below that there's an option also to just continue as a guest, put in your information, and you can continue on.
Tell us a little bit about YP Odessa, Young Professionals Odessa, and can they register to be a member at the same spot? And again, then get the discount to get in there.
So we have had some people ask that, actually. And in that case, what I've suggested is, go ahead and process your membership, and then let us just invoice you for the member price ticket, so that there's,
right,
the overlap. We don't know when the system is going to process this versus that. So we have had some people ask that. But it's, until for the next couple months, it's $80 to sign up.
Okay.
And at the beginning of our fiscal year, which is October 1, it's going up to $100. So
better get in now.
Get in now. It's good for a year. But yeah, so you can sign up for a membership at that same link, ypodessa.org, under the membership tab. It gets them into all of our networking events for free.
Once a month.
Once a month.
What's that, every third Thursday, or what is it?
Yes, frequently it's on every third Thursday, but there have been a couple of events that have been like a Rockhounds game on this day or Saturday event on that day. So, but most of the time they are on the third Thursday, and if they're not on that Thursday, they're usually around that time frame.
Right.
So it gets them into all of the networking opportunities. Of course, the lunch and learns. They get discounted pricing for the symposium, discounted pricing for our Odessa Under 40 Gala that we have every year. That's one of our biggest events. If some of your listeners haven't heard of it, we honor about 20 to 25 professionals who are nominated by their peers for being, excellent in their careers, succeeding in their community development efforts, all of those types of things. And so we hold a black tie gala at the Marriott every year, and there's red carpets and fancy dresses and tuxedos. So our members get discounted pricing to that. They just get a whole slew of benefits. We actually just took a trip to Summer Mummers. Yes, we take an annual trip. So because a lot of our members are in Odessa right now, we have a bus that will pick us up in 2 different spots and then drive us over here to Summer Mummers. And that's
throw popcorn everywhere.
Throw popcorn at each other.
Awesome.
And that's a members only event usually. So there's a lot of benefits to being a member of the Young Professionals. In addition to all those, it's like we talked about, it's connecting with one another and building relationships. It's seeing people in the same stage of life that you're in, where you're just trying to hustle and do good for your job and do good for your family and just be the best version of yourself that you can. And that's what I've loved about being part of the Young Professionals group. I've been a member for maybe 7 years now. I came in pretty much right as soon as I entered the workforce out of school, maybe a little bit after, but I just got to know a lot of people who genuinely care about bettering their community and about lending a helping hand to help you better yourself.
Yes.
So it's just a lot of very positive energy that you get to surround yourself with for, a very minimal membership cost when you take that into consideration.
Right. When you do account for that, it's like, that's a steal.
Yeah.
You get to be involved with a certain group of people and opportunities for volunteering, right? Y'all volunteer a lot too, right? Yeah,
we volunteer a lot. There's a lot of signature events that we're at every year. The Education Foundation benefit concert in Odessa. They ask us to volunteer every year, and they give us a very generous donation for our volunteer time, which goes directly back to our schools in ECISD. We have a project that we have titled our school resupply project. And it's kind of morphed from what it originally was, but now essentially we select a handful of schools that demonstrate high populations of low economically disadvantaged student populations. So high populations of those groups. And, we give them $1,000 to spend on their STEM labs or to spend on reading incentives or whatever it is that they need. So we do a lot of things like that. Giving back to our community is probably one of the most important things that we do.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think that's important,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because not only when you, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, not only are you developing yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you're growing yourself, but you're helping your community grow.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally where you sleep at,
Yeah.
Your backyard.
Yeah.
You're helping it grow.
Yeah.
And that's not just good for you and your family, that's good for your friends and their family, people you don't even know in their family.
Oh, yeah.
Because if everybody's doing better, then everybody's doing better together.
Yeah. Yeah, this group really enables you to just be a force for good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You should be a spokesperson for them.
Oh, wait. That's weird.
How did that happen?
Yeah. No, it's great.
Okay, I'm excited about this event. And just for all the entrepreneurs in West Texas out there listening right now, one more time, tell them, how can they be a part of it?
Yes. So if you would like to be a part of our event, the Permian Basin Leadership Symposium on August 25th, you can go to ypodessa.org and click on the PBLS tab, and it'll take you to the link to purchase tickets. So you don't want to miss out. I know you want to be there for this day of growth. We are all just going to be better people at the end of the day.
That's what it's about.
It is.
And then they also follow you on like Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
Yep. So we're on Facebook, Young Professionals of Odessa. We're on LinkedIn as well. And then we are on Instagram, YP Odessa TX.
YP Odessa TX.
Yeah.
All right. So
yes.
Y'all get on it, follow them on social media, share this event.
Yes.
Let's show up in groups.
Yeah.
Get people out there. This is huge for Odessa.
For the surrounding area, really. I mean, we have people coming in from, surrounding cities, and, just because we're called the Young Professionals of Odessa doesn't mean that we're not open to members of surrounding cities. We do good work for all of our community. We were in Midland a couple weekends ago volunteering for the back to school bash. So we're kind of all over,
Yeah, cool.
We have a very specific title now, but you do not have to live or work in Odessa to be a member of YP Odessa.
You do have to be young.
You do have to be between the ages of 21 and 40.
Ah.
But that doesn't mean that if you're over 40, you're not young.
Thank you for that. Now, and I can come to the symposium because I got your word on that.
Yes.
I can go, okay. But can I attend your mixers?
So you can attend the mixers. It's just like if you're not a member, it's a $20 fee.
Okay.
So if you're over 40, not a member.
But y'all don't make me go home earlier and do like that. Okay.
No. You can still come. A lot of our events are open to non-members. There's just an additional charge.
Fee on it. Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, cool. Well, I mean, I think it's a good way to at least find out like what you're about, your organization.
Yeah.
And going to this conference is a good insight to that.
Yes.
Because this is no easy task to pull off. Like you said, there's a lot of moving parts. So if you want to find out about what your group is capable of,
yes,
and the benefit it provides to the community, we'll come find out firsthand.
Yep, August 25th, Odessa Marriott and Conference Center.
So come on down.
Yes.
Well, Ms. Kaylie, it was a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you, Angel. Likewise.
And I wish you nothing but the best on this event. Good luck.
Thank you.
And I have a feeling you guys are going to knock it out the park.
Thank you.
And I'm already looking forward to the second annual.
There you go.
Yeah? Y'all already got that on the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We're ready for it. Well, maybe not, but mentally.
Mentally.
We're there already. We're already in year 5 mentally.
Oh, wow. Well, cool. Long-term vision is what it's about.
That's true.
All right, Ms. K, do you have any parting words?
Any parting words?
Yeah.
Just to one more time encourage people to come and be open to growth. I think that it's very easy to get complacent in just our everyday lives.
Yes.
Wake up, go to work, have lunch, go to work again, go home, eat, then go to sleep. You know, it's like time flies
That
by.
hamster wheel, man.
It does. It can get you. And so I really want to encourage people to just like enhance their self-awareness, not just in regards to this day, but in everyday life. Like, recognize what you're needing in that moment. Recognize the areas that you need growth in and embrace them. You know, those are not things that should be holding us back. Those should be things that we're willing to take on to help better ourselves, because when we better ourselves, we better the people around us. So this day is a good way to do that.
Well said.
Thank you.
I love it. So you heard it. Come grow with us.
Come grow with
Let's
us.
grow.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Kaylie. Well, good luck. And you know what? After this symposium, things calm down, the dirt settles.
Yeah.
Let's get you back on here to talk about how it went,
Cool.
what you learned from it, and start promoting the next one.
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah.
And let's just see, help the entrepreneurs of West Texas.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll see you soon.
See you soon. See you August 25th.
August 25th, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.